Alright, the project we're doing is spearfishing. My name is Isaiah Harris.
And I'm Derek Sango.
And I'm Scott Clifford.
Myth. I could never be the target of spearfishing.
And what is spear phishing? Spear phishing is an email sent to the intended target that appears to be from a trusted source. The victim then responds with sensitive information that can be used against him or her.
Alright, so we're just going to go through the procedure real quick. So first we will identify the target and obtain their email. Then we'll create a malicious website. We will then create an email with link to this malicious website. When the victim visits this website, they will input their sensitive information. The website will gather that information for us, and afterwards the user will be redirected to the actual site, suspecting nothing. Okay, so for the first step of spear phishing, we are going to identify our targets. In this case, it is going to be a member of our class. As you can see, their email has been listed on the right side of the screen within D2L's student list.
Next, after creating your intended user or your intended target, we use HTTrack to clone the site that you will use to send out and get the information that you need. First, on HTTrack, you first got to enter in the project name, or next you enter in the URL of whatever site you're trying to copy, and you just run the program. Alright, you already copied the site, so let me show you a comparison between the two. This is the actual GGC website right here, and this is the one we just created, the one we just copied using HTTrack. As you can see, there's no difference between.
So right now we are going to create the phishing email. This is an example of an actual banner email sent to a student. The site we're going to use is mk.cz to create the phishing email. As you can see, you just need to fill out the information and send it to the victim. Right now I'm highlighting the hyperlink. Normally it would send the user to the actual banner website, but instead we are sending them to our phishing website. Alright, so the email should have successfully been sent. Oh, there we go. So we'll go ahead and open up both emails side by side. We have the actual email to the right and the phishing email to the left. And we'll just scroll down so you guys can see how similar each email is, or the phishing email is, to the actual email. All right, and there's the hyperlink. And then we'll scroll through the actual email real quick. Alrighty.
Alright, we use freedns or free.org to create this. To click subdomain, then click add to add a domain. We already had it created, so we click the domain we already had created. You click type A, and where it says subdomain, you enter the URL of whatever website you're trying to create. And in the domain will be where you have like the free hosting services, and in destination will be your IP address. For this, our IP address was 172.126.10.6, and to find your IP address, you enter cmd and ipconfig. You'll see you use your IPv4 address. For this, you enter in the security question, which is a verification key. Click save, and you just created your first ever URL for your server. And to show that our server works, we copy the address of the server. We just enter the address we just created, and it brings up the page we created using HTML. Next, we'll be showing you how to get the code or the username and password. First, you have to have the PHP script, and that will be saved in Apache folder under HTC docs. The PHP script and the website page source both need to be saved in the same folder to get the code to work. And here you can see this the website we created. First, you got to go to the page source to inject the code. This is the page source right here. You can use the Google Chrome or any other web browser to show you the page source, and copy the page source into Notepad or any note editor to edit the code. And first, what you need to do is find the form, the HTML, like the HTML form. You got to find that first. In the form is where we will inject the code to get the username and password. And as you can see right now, you have to find where the line for the username and the line for the password. First, that is the PHP script. You got to also write that into the web browser before you'll be able to invoke the PHP script to go into the web browser and get the username or password. Next, the field 1 is the field for the username. Whatever the user types into field 1 will automatically be saved to the PHP script, where we write that information into the PHP grab folder that will be saved in Notepad. Next is you have to find field 2 on the form, and field 2 will be used as for password, like whatever, same thing as I said. Whatever saved in field 2 will be saved in the PHP grab Notepad folder, and that will be the username. Field 1 is for password, for username, and field 2 is for password. Then next you have to find once the submit button, like once they hit the submit button, whatever information they have previously entered in both fields will be saved on your computer or on your server.
Right now, we're going to pull the username and password from the phishing. So go back to your Apache folder, then go into the logs subfolder, and it should be under phpgrab.txt. At the bottom, you can see we have the username, password, date, and time that this information was logged.
Now we're about to show you what happens once the user click the link in our phishing email. And as you can see, there's the link right there. User clicks the link and will automatically take them to the phishing website we created. And they type in their username and password. And once they click login, that information will be saved into the log folder in the text file named PHP grab. And now you go to the log folder and PHP grab. As you can see, the username, and it actually shows you a date stamp of December 2nd, 2016, when we recorded this video.
So for our myth, I could never be a target of spear phishing, we have concluded that this myth is confirmed.